The inability to use Adobe Creative Cloud on Linux is often cited as a major barrier for many users considering a switch to the platform. But perhaps, just perhaps, there has already been a breakthrough in that direction. A community developer says they have resolved long-standing Wine compatibility issues that prevented Adobe Creative Cloud installers from completing on Linux, publishing a patch set and pre-built binaries that they claim enable installation of Photoshop 2021 and Photoshop 2025. The patch targets failures in Adobe's Creative Cloud era installers, which rely on legacy Windows components that Wine has historically struggled to emulate accurately. On Reddit, the author reported that Photoshop 2021 runs butter smooth, while noting drag-and-drop issues that may be related to Wayland. The post is accompanied by a short clip showing a successfully finished installation. The work was posted as a pull request against Valve's downstream Wine tree, primarily used for Proton development. According to the PR, the fixes focus on Wine's MSHTML and MSXML3 implementations, components that Adobe's installers rely on. The developer adjusted how Wine handles JavaScript dispatch, DOM event attributes, and COM behavior in MSHTML to better match Internet Explorer style expectations used by Adobe's installer UI. In addition, the patch relaxes XML parsing behavior in MSXML3 to tolerate malformed or non-standard XML structures that Windows accepts but Wine previously rejected, a known cause of installer crashes partway through installation. However, a Valve maintainer closed the PR, replying that it should be evaluated and merged upstream in Wine before Proton backports are considered. Another reviewer described the patch as LGTM, a common shorthand in software development that means "looks good to me," and pointed the author to WineHQ's GitLab for an upstream submission. So, for now, the patch remains an experimental, community-driven effort. Its long-term impact will depend on whether the changes are accepted into upstream Wine.
We recently covered the discovery of a new Easter egg in a rather ancient piece of software, namely Office 97. This Easter egg could be triggered through a very convoluted way which surfaced an end credits screen of sorts, highlighting the personnel involved in the creation of the software, with Clippy or Clipit making quirky jokes on the side. While this discovery delighted many fans, it also begs the question why Microsoft does not engage in fun activities like these anymore, especially in its flagship software like Windows, which is used by billions of users, including those who will likely enjoy this sort of community-powered activity. There are many reasons behind this, unfortunately. Trustworthy Computing Initiative. Back in 2002, Microsoft CEO Bill Gates launched the Trustworthy Computing (TWC) initiative due to customer backlash regarding Windows security vulnerabilities. The idea behind this campaign was to focus on key areas like security, privacy, reliability, and business integrity. This meant that software should be secure by design, which mandated well-written and documented code that could easily be audited and tested. Since Easter eggs by definition are hidden elements that can be triggered by undocumented actions, the requirement to document all code effectively killed them in many products like Windows and Office. Microsoft still considers TWC an important milestone in advancing the security and reliability of software. Contracts with governments and federal agencies. Although Microsoft offers slightly varied versions of its software for governments and federal agencies, they largely have the same baselines and primarily differ in terms of security features. Since these are highly sensitive enterprise customers with whom Microsoft signs non-disclosure agreements, NDAs, and other contracts regarding reliability of software, the company simply cannot afford to hide unpredictable elements in the software it is selling. Customers like government agencies do not audit every line of code they purchase, so if something unexpected does pop up just because a Microsoft employee thought it would be fun to hide it in a particular software product, it also raises questions about what else may be hidden that potentially violates government regulations. Certain government bodies also require vendors to confirm that no undocumented feature or functionality is present in their products. Changing programming and testing paradigms. While this is not a particularly new aspect in terms of software development lifecycle, as companies like Microsoft have grown bigger over the years, current headcount is around 225,000. It simply also means that there are larger teams working on core products. These include dedicated, large development, testing, auditing, and compliance groups, making sure that their products are fit for commercial use. Evolving practices like pair programming, automated testing, and well-defined CI/CD pipelines with better code visibility means that there is relatively little chance of undocumented behavior sneaking through. On a related note, many of Microsoft's products like Azure are also ISO certified. The quality-related certifications of this organization require code to be well documented, so any issues can easily be traced back to the root cause. These are some of the main reasons why Microsoft does not hide Easter eggs in its software products like Windows, Office, and Azure. While they are quite fun to discover, their inherent unpredictability introduces risks and potential compliance violations for unsuspecting customers. Do you miss Easter eggs in Microsoft products? Which one is your favorite? Let us know in the comments section below.
Microsoft has released Edge 144 to all users in the stable channel. The latest feature update for the browser brings a big list of changes, including some useful improvements, such as an easier way to remove Copilot from the browser's taskbar. You can just right-click the Copilot button to hide it, settings updates, improved autofill, and more. Here are the update highlights. New WebGL software backend. Microsoft Edge, on Windows systems without a physical GPU, now uses the Windows Advanced Rasterization Platform, WARP, rasterizer for WebGL workloads. Prior versions use Swift Shader, which is no longer a supported component. This scenario is most commonly associated with headless environments and virtual machines. On non-Windows platforms, a physical GPU is required for WebGL moving forward. Announcement page on Update Experience. Starting in Edge 145, Edge for Business shows a What's New page the first time the browser is launched following a major update. The page helps your users understand new features and how to use them for maximum productivity. Admins can control availability to this feature using the What's New page for intra-profiles enabled policy. Performance settings update and feature name changes. The efficiency mode feature name changes to Energy Saver, and the efficiency mode for PC gaming name will be renamed PC Gaming Boost to better describe the feature benefits. The new names will be in the browser performance settings after the update. Copilot icon visibility. Users can now manage the Copilot icon in their toolbar. To hide the icon, right-click the Copilot icon and select Hide Copilot. This opens settings to toggle the icon's visibility. Improved autofill experience in Microsoft Edge. When users fill in an address on a form, they'll be prompted to choose whether to save it for future autofill suggestions. This enhancement ensures autofill data is saved intentionally by users and reduces unwanted entries as part of their autofill suggestions. Desktop Visual Search. Quickly send images to Bing Visual Search from the Edge desktop search bar to identify images, people, animals, and shows. Extract, copy, and translate text while keeping its format. Solve questions quickly in various subjects and get trusted information to boost your knowledge. Discover products, fashion, recipes, identify a location, and more. Available on Windows devices. As for fixes, Edge 144.0.3719.82 includes security fixes for various vulnerabilities and a fix for a browser crash that occurred when attempting to upload a file from a local folder. You can update Microsoft Edge to the latest version by heading to edge//settings/help. Alternatively, you can continue using the browser as is, and it will update itself in the background between restarts.